Hey guys, I just want to touch bases about workman comp a little bit. FYI, if you get injured on your job and you know you're going to get sent to a company doctor, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have to present you with a panel of three doctors to choose from, and then you choose a doctor of, I guess, your liking, closeness to you or whatever, and a lot of times these doctors are treating you according to workman comp protocols, and they have time limits and restrictions on uh, what they can do, how long they can keep you out, and that sort of thing. So essentially, the legislation, the big business, and insurance companies got together and passed a bag of money around, and they basically said, "Hey, you got 52 weeks to treat this guy. He need to be back on the job. Blah blah blah. Um, he have to see one of these three doctors. They basically got together and put together a bunch of rules that benefited the insurance companies and the corporations while trying to say it benefits workers. So essentially, what happens is these doctors will send you back to work full duty, knowing that you're not ready to return to work, due to the seriousness of your injury. And a lot of people go back full duty thinking there's no recourse and there's nothing they can do about it. But let me give you an example. Like as far as me, I have a torn rotator cuff, and I've been through two doctors right now, and I'm working on a third doctor because they keep trying to send me back to work when I'm not healed and I'm not ready. In the rigors of my job, uh, is constantly stressing that shoulder and tearing it down and putting stress on the opposite shoulder, which is debilitating. And in the process, I'm suffering from anxiety, PTSD, uh, panic attacks, high blood pressure, you know, and all of that. So I just want to give y'all a little game, that they don't want y'all to know. So, and a lot of times these attorneys, even if you have an attorney, they won't even tell you that because I think a lot of times they work so closely with these guys that they don't want to ruffle too many feathers so they can get the settlements they want for their clients because they steady eating off each other, But under the law, if you get sent back to work full duty and you aggravate that injury when they sent you back, let's say they sent you back to work full duty, close your case out, say, hey, you reached maximum medical improvement, there's nothing else we can do to you. But they also know that you're still not right. But they saying, hey, get back in that field, boy, you know what I'm saying? So you have to get back in that field and continue picking that cotton, knowing that you are injured. So now when you go back to that field and you re-injure yourself, sometimes they will try and sneak and send you back to that same doctor, and they will say, hey, well, um, your 52 weeks is up. We no longer have to pay you. But understand something. Under the law, an aggravation of an injury, a workplace injury, is considered a new injury. So your claim starts all over again. So this is considered a new claim. So don't let these insurance adjusters and these corporations trick y'all and fool y'all into going in these uh, fields and tearing your bodies down to debilitating rates where you can barely function. You have no family life. You can't play with your children and then tell you, oh, well, you reached MMI. There's nothing else we can do. Yes, there is something you can do because the aggravation of that injury is considered a new injury, which starts the claim all over again. So make sure y'all keep that in mind when you're going to work and you're suffering and you feel the pain all in your body and you can barely move, but you're thinking, man, they paid me, my 52 weeks is up. There's nothing else to do, but I have to, no, it's not all to it. You're still entitled You go fill out that new injury claim and start your claim all over again because that aggravation is considered a new claim under the law. So I just wanted you guys to know that, so you don't be in these fields suffering needlessly and not being compensated for it. I'm going through that right now, but my foot is on their neck and my foot is going to stay on their neck because I am seriously injured. My rotator cuff has not fully been uh, healed after surgery, and they keep throwing me in the lion's den. So I'm not going by gun. I'm not going. So I'm a problem to these insurance companies and these corporations because I refuse to put my head down and go along when they're trying to get over on me and tear my body down. And when I'm torn down to the point where I'm no good to anybody, they're going to replace me. So y'all stay in the fight and don't let these insurance adjusters and corporations deter you guys. And if they fire you, that's in retaliation for reporting the injury. So make sure y'all pursue that also. And if you're suffering at work, don't suffer in silence because a lot of your coworkers are too cowardly to give you the correct advice to stand up and fight because they're cowards. You have to stand up for yourself because they won't. The union that's supposed to represent you is not standing up for you because they are cowardly. And they may or may not have created secret backdoor deals with these corporations. So if you see that the union you're a part of is not addressing situations that they're supposed to be addressing, question that union. Question that union leadership. Maybe it's time for a change in union leadership if they're not addressing, because the union is supposed to be standing on this corporation's necks 10 toes down. And if they ain't standing on this corporation's necks 10 toes down, you got to question the leadership of that union. You have to question everything. Don't just go off what somebody says you can't do or the reason why this is that way, and because they will blow smoke up your backside all day long. Question everything. If it don't look right and it don't smell right, it ain't right, and question it. Because you have to look out for you.